It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. They go right back to Tracy. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Russ now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
The Giants ready to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, well, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
First play throwing for Prescott. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. That's complete, it's Javonte Williams. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Dak off the play fake. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Dak throwing again. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
They send a man in motion. 2nd down, here's Prescott again. Finds him over the middle. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brian Burns coming up with the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Another throw for Prescott. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they're on the board.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Washington now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to the air. Connects with Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Wilson on 1st and 10. He finds Johnson. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Wilson now from the gun. Gets this to Johnson. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Malik Hooker with the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 6 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ross off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and it sets up 2nd down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked up.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did, and boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
Dallas sending its offense out for the 2nd time this game. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 1. Throw complete to Lamb. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
It's Pickens on a slant. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. Dak now from the gun. Completed here to Pickens. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Here we go, third and less than a yard. Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That throw finds Pickens. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brian Burns coming up with the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Straight ahead with Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They'll give it to Williams on the option. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun is Prescott. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Gay's kick is good. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for him.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Play stopped by Damone Clark.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap for Wilson. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. A handoff to Tracy. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Neither side separating much so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Breaks free in the center of the field. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Russ now from the gun. Got a man. Robinson has it. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
1st down from the red zone. And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Giants tie and can take the lead here in the 2nd. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants take the lead on that successful kick. Gano ready to send this away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Cowboys about set to take over. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. This ball's caught by Pickens. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Prescott here from the gun. It's caught. Ferguson. He gets forward. Next about 4 yards. Javon Holland there to make the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
5 men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one does not go far.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Cowboys punting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Engeron now. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Giants are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Wilson on the play fake. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
1st down, here's Russ. Gets this to Johnson. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 28. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. The ball's out, he lost it. Oh, and they get it back, the play's still live. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make him bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Dialing up a receiver screen. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
So many times, Kate, when I see these receiver screens, I think punt return. It's like a punt return. On punt return, it's all about those blocks. The returner's got to catch it, and he's got to feel those blockers in front of him. It's no different on a big play like this with the wide receiver screen.
They run. Here's Tracy. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Russ is going to cook here. Pass is caught at the 9. And this is down all the way to the 3. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants grow the lead to 7. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Gano for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants grow their lead to 8. Gano ready to send this away. To return, here's Paris Campbell. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he gets him around 6 there. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. That's Lamb running slant. And they get this down to the 28. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Now Dak to throw. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first, guarantee some yards, and then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
No dice on that prior pass, here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Short yardage situation here, it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Offense staying out there, it's 4th and 1. Dak off the play fake. Looking to his fullback now. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. It's 45 yards he'll try to connect from. Gay's kick is good. And that gets him back within 5.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Giants and this running back headed back out for a new series. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Tracy. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Tracy once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. It's the Giants facing a 3rd and 6. Wilson now from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Russ now from the gun. He finds Johnson. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap for Wilson. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Throwing again, here's Wilson. Touchdown, New York! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants push the lead up to 12.
Cowboys 9.
Gano ready to send this away. Gamble now on the return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Cowboys taking over on offense. Not much time left before halftime. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. First down, here's Dak. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Prescott here from the gun. It's taken in by Lamb. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Drew Phillips making the tackle. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt, and it'll be Giants football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Connects with Johnson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First down, ball at the 36. Now here's Ross. Quick slant caught by Neighbors. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Russ looking to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Wilson throwing 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Ross off the play fake. Gets this to Johnson. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Ross is cooking again. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Gamble now on the return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We're through 2 here with the Giants overcoming home field advantage. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. go, ready to send this away. Gamble now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cowboys and C.D. Lamb headed back out on offense. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Another run for Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. From the gun is Prescott. Chased out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it's going to be their football coming up. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Finds his target, Robinson. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Kaiir Elam getting there for the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Wilson looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Wilson, a quick throw, complete. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd and 3 now. Sticking in the air with Wilson. Caught quickly on the slant. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. It's Tracy on the carry. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Wilson. That's to his running back, Devin Singletary. And they get this down to the 28. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
Still first down.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Wilson now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Russ now from the gun. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Here's Tracy. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Wilson. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set. 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. This one's caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Slot man in motion right. They'll try with the wide out. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants push their lead further to start the half. Well, partner, with the increased focus on receivers now in the ground game, the jet sweep, it's a weapon all 32 teams and coaches have to rely on for offense. And for the good